Dear friends, we are in Corporate Tax Management, MCOM, third semester subject. We are calculating total income of a company. In this problem, in the previous class, we have solved a problem relating to calculation of total income, and we have also calculated tax of a particular company. Today we will see this Bharat Mills Limited profit and loss account is given with additional information. If you observe this problem, net profit is given. As I mentioned in the previous classes, for a corporate assessee, for a company, income from salaries is not going to be there. Remaining incomes, you have to see how many incomes are there, you have to check. See, income from salaries is not there. So this is income from business, this net profit. You are going to make adjustments. See, at your degree level, you have learnt whatever net profit is given, you should not take as it is. You have to make certain adjustments. You have to add certain amounts. You have to deduct certain amounts from this amount. Certain amounts expenditure is allowed under income tax rules. Certain incomes will come under other heads that you have to deduct. Allowable expenses you have to deduct, and inadmissible expenses are going to be there in certain cases. Those you have to add back to this net profit. Then exact profit, income from business will come. So income from business you will find, and income side, if you observe, some other incomes are there. See, rent of buildings is there, means income from house property is also there for this company. And interest on debentures, this is income from other sources. So you have to find out exactly income from business in this problem, income from house property, and income from other sources. All these three you have to identify, and you have to add to find out total income of this Bharat Mills Limited. I hope you understood. Now you can see this is the additional information. Okay, rates insurance includes legal charges amounting to donation. Staff provident fund is a recognized provident allowable depreciation. So find out total income. So this is the problem given. We have to find out. So first one solution I am doing. Kindly make a note. Solution. Okay. Now you see. First of all, you have to find out income from business. How to find it? Now you see. First, you take this net profit as it is. Okay. First one is net profit. Net profit as it is you take. How much is there? Profit 25 lakhs 55,500. This profit as it is I have taken. Whatever profit is there, you have to take it, and you are going to add certain expenditure which is not admissible. See, any person or any company would like to pay lesser tax. So what they will do is they will try to increase, show more items as under expenditure. So those inadmissible expenses you have to add. In certain cases, as mentioned, this rent of buildings you have to show in income from house property. Interest on debentures you have to show in income from other sources. Those you will deduct here. Okay. So serially I am reading. You see, first you deduct certain other incomes. So first of all, I mentioned no. First item is rent. See this. These items we will examine. Yarn, this is related to production of cloth only. So that income, see, this is engaged, it is a mills company, means they will produce clothing for the individuals. So cotton they are going to purchase, stores, they will have to pay salaries. So from that one they will produce and they will sell yarn, and cloth they will sell, and transfer fees, these are all admissible incomes, they are all actual incomes. Okay, then this is not wages, but this is, you kindly make a change, this is waste account. Okay, waste means, see, in a production certain wastage you can observe. When you are producing a cloth, certain wastage is going to be there. That waste you can sell. That is allowable income under this head. That is a business income. So these four incomes are actually business incomes. So these two, what you have to do is, you should not take in this side. You should not show it as business income. You have to mention under other heads. So these two you have to deduct now. So rent of buildings, I am deducting from this net profit. See how much is their amount? 58,702 is there. That I am deducting from this one. Okay, 58,702. Similarly, interest on debentures, this should not be shown here. I am also going to deduct that amount also. So what is that amount? 32,000. These two are not to be shown here. So that is why what I am doing is, I am adding these two and I will deduct from this one. So what is the total of this? 58 plus 32 will become 90,702. So that is what I am going to do. 90,702. This should not be shown here. So I am deducting this. So from 25 lakhs, 55,500, if you deduct 90,702, what is the amount, you please tell me? From 25 lakhs, 55,500, you deduct 90,702 and you tell me the amount. What is that amount? Please you tell me. 25 lakhs, 55,500 minus 90,702. It is coming as 246, 4798. Is it correct? Please check Sindhu once. Is it correct? Will you please confirm to me? From this one, if you minus these two items, it will be like this. Is it correct? You please check. And now see,
yeah, sir.
Okay, right. Now see, what I am doing is, this you understood, no? Rent of building, interest on debentures, these you have so in other heads, under other heads. So I have added back to net profit. I have reduced from net profit. Okay, certain expenditure is there that should not be allowed. Those expenses you have to add back to the net profit. What are those items? We have to identify. Okay, did you understand? Now you see.
Yeah.
See, cotton, in order to produce cloth, cotton is required. So expenditure incurred is reasonable. You are going to allow. Stores means purchase of other raw material, that is allowed. Salaries and wages is allowed. General expenses are allowed expenses. Donations, they are not allowed. Please remember. Donations, you know, under section 80G, donations you are going to deduct at the end. That is not an expenditure, that you will allow as deduction. Did you understand? So this you have to add back. Next one, brokerage, you are going to accept, that is an accepted expenditure. And the rates and insurance, one adjustment is there, you go to adjustment. Rates, insurance includes 4,400 paid municipal taxes related to building let out. So in this rates and taxes, 4,400 is not allowed. Please remember, that is related to this rent from building, rent of building that you have given to outsiders. that you have given to your employees otherwise. That 4,400 is not allowed here. That is allowed that you will deduct from this amount. Okay, so that 4,400 you will not consider here. Okay, next one, next item you see, office expenses are allowed expenses. Director's fees is allowed. Auditor's fees is allowed. Now interest, for your company purpose, you have taken a loan from others and you have paid interest. So that is acceptable. That is acceptable. Kindly remember. Okay. Repairs to buildings. You are owning a building that is used for business purpose. Repairs are allowed. Okay. Law charges are allowed. These are all allowed. Workmen welfare expenses are allowed. Staff provident fund. Now you see, in staff provident fund, one adjustment is given. In additional information, you check. See, staff provident fund is a recognized one. See, this fourth point you can see. If it is a recognized one, you can allow this expenditure. Staff provident fund expenditure is allowed. If it is not recognized, you should not allow it. Here it is recognized one. So this expenditure you can allow. You need not add back. Okay. So agents commission, normally companies will pay agents certain amount. So that is allowed. Okay. So whatever we have identified as not allowed, that you are going to add. Now you come to adjustments. See, rates, this 4,400 I mentioned, no? You have to add back and you have to deduct from this amount, not from this. And the next one, legal charges. Here legal charges came, one item came as legal charges, you can see. Legal charges. See, law charges, otherwise law charges and legal charges are same. You can see law charges are there. Law charges and legal charges are both same. Okay. So legal charges includes one amount, you see. 1,900 were incurred in connection with the purchase of land and buildings. See, when legal charges are in connection with the purchase of land and buildings, that is of capital nature. They will increase the value of land and buildings. That is not a business expenditure. You have to add back this 1,900 also. You should not allow it. Okay. Donations I mentioned, no, you have to add it. Under ATG you will allow as reduction. Okay, remaining ones we have discussed. So whatever we have decided to add back, we have to add now. See, first one is, I mentioned donations. Donations is not allowed as expenditure. Donations, how many rupees is there? You can check. It is 10,000 is there. That 10,000 I have added. Now coming to next item. Next item we did not allow is rates. Rates, here it is mentioned. Rates and insurance includes 4,400 paid municipal taxes related to building. That is let out. From that one you can deduct, but it is not a business expenditure for you. That you should not allow. Okay. Then next item I mentioned, legal charges are of capital nature. Only revenue nature you are going to take it. Legal charges are law charges. Okay. Legal charges, in this second item you can see 1,900 is there, that you are not going to allow. So these three are inadmissible expenses. Okay. These three are, what we have to mention is, these three are inadmissible expenses. Inadmissible expenses. These three you have to add and you have to show. Okay. Now what I am doing is I am adding these three. If you add these three, what is the amount? 10 plus 4, 14, 15, 16,300 is going to come. Is it correct, Sindhu? You check back and you tell me. If we add these three, is it 16,300? You please tell me. You please inform me whether I am correct or not. So now you have to add these two. So I am doing it. 24, 64, 798 plus 16,300. So it is 248,1098. 248,1098. Is it correct, Sindhu? You please check once. Whatever I have done, is it correct?
Yeah, sir.
Is it correct?
Correct,
now,
sir.
Okay, now next you see another item is there. See, if at all any expenditure which is allowed but it is not shown in a profit and loss account, you are going to deduct. So at your degree level you have learnt depreciation is allowed. Allowable depreciation according to income tax rules 5,51,710 is there. That is allowed expenditure. It is not shown here. So what you have to do? You have to deduct this 5,51,710. So that you are going to do now. Okay? Deduction, depreciation. So next item is minus depreciation. Depreciation. What is the amount that is allowed? 5,51,710. This is allowed. Okay. So this I am going to deduct. So now you deduct and tell me what is the amount. 2481 minus 098 minus 551 710. What is the amount? 1929 388. 1929 388. Please check back. Is it correct? 1929 388. You please verify whether it is correct or not once. $1928 388. Sindhu, you please check, is it correct? So this is income from business. So we have found out income from business. Now you see, whatever net profit is there, you are going to start your problem with that one. Some amounts are not allowed. They have to be shown. Some incomes you have to show under other heads. So those incomes you have to identify on credit side. You have to deduct those amounts. So some expenditures you should not show here. So those expenditures you have to identify and you have to add back to the net this amount. And whatever amount comes, what you have to do is some expenditure is allowed expenditure is there. That is not shown here. What you have to do is you have to allow it. You have to reduce it. You have to deduct from this amount. So that is what we have done. After all these three kinds of adjustments, we got income from business. So income from business came now, and second one is income from house property. You have to calculate income from house property. Income from business we have found out. Income from house property. This is the next head. Okay. So in this one you can see rent of building is there. It is on the credit side, so it is income. If rent is given on the debit side, means it is expenditure for us. But here it is income for us. So this you have to show income from house property. Okay, rent of building. How much amount is there? 58,702 is there. 58,702 is there. So from this one, I mentioned no, certain expenditure is there. Municipal taxes are paid. First adjustment you see 4,400 paid municipal taxes from this amount. So municipal taxes you all know, you have to allow it as a deduction from your income from house property. Okay, taxes I am simply mentioning as taxes. So what is that amount? 4,400 no. So I am deducting that amount. So if you deduct, certain amount will come. What is that amount? 54,302 will come. Is it correct? You please check. Is it 54,302? In the previous class, I mentioned this is net annual value. Net annual value came for us. You know, for this, what you are going to do? You are going to allow 30% as standard deduction, that you know. Okay? Income from house property. In this one, you are going to allow 30% as standard deduction. Standard deduction. Now you tell me, you calculate 30% in 54,302. What is that amount? You tell me. 54,302 into 30%. What is that amount? You tell me. 16,291 will come. 16,291. Is it correct? You check back and you tell me. 16,291. Is it correct? 16,291 will come, and you have to deduct. And you find out income from house property will come from 54,302. You deduct 16,291. What is the amount that comes?
16,291, sir.
No. 16,291 I have calculated. I have done it. If you deduct 16,291 from 54,302, what is that amount that comes to you? Is it 38,011? You please check back once. Is it 38,011?
Hello. Correct, sir.
Okay. Right. Thank you. So we have calculated income from business. We have calculated income from house property. 2 items are over. And another item I mentioned, that is income from other sources. Income from other sources we have to calculate. Third item is income from other sources. Income from other sources. See, on other source income we have found out. See, that is interest on debentures. Interest on debentures. That you have to calculate. Interest on debentures. Now you see, what is that amount? It is 32,000 is given. Dear friends, there is an adjustment to this one. You kindly remember it. Interest on debentures is given on the credit side of the profit and loss account. This what it implies is it is net amount. Gross amount is not given. You have to find out gross amount. Only gross amounts need to be added here, not net amounts. So how gross amount is calculated for interest on debentures, I am doing. Please kindly understand that whatever interest is given under income side, you have to multiply it with 100 divided by 80. Gross amount, only that you have to show as income from other sources. So you calculate 32,000 into 100 by 80. What is that gross amount? Please.
40,000.
40,000. Okay, thank you. So whenever you kindly remember it, whenever interest on debentures is given on the credit side of the profit and loss account, what you have to imply is it is the net amount, not gross amount. You have to convert it into gross amount. So conversion is like this. In this way, you
Hindu
have
no mute lo undu.
32,000 into whatever amount that is given, that you have to take, and you have to multiply it with 100, and ultimately you have to divide it with 80. That gross amount you are going to get. That amount will be your gross amount. So now you can see, my dear friends, three different heads income has come. Income from business has come, income from house property has come, and income from other sources has also been identified by us. So now this company, whose name is, company's name is, what is it? Bharat Mills Limited. So for Bharat Mills Limited, total income will be, if you add all these three heads of income, total income will come. So last step is Bharat Mills Limited total income. Total income is, so first of all, income from business. Income from business. Income from business, how much is there? 1929,388. 1929,388. Second one is income from house property. Income from house property is there, that I am taking. That income is 38,011. 38,011. Now next one is income from other sources is given, so I am taking that also. Income from other sources. This. So this is how much? 40,000 is there. 40,000 I am taking. Now you please add these three and you tell me what is that amount. You please add these all amounts, these three amounts, and you tell me what is that ultimate amount. $19,29,388 plus 38,011 plus 40,000.
20,07,399.
Yes, please. Again.
20 lakhs.
20 lakhs.
7,399.
7,399. Is it correct? You please again check. 20 lakhs 7,399. Okay. So this is total income. Okay. But what you have to do is, my dear friends, you have to do one adjustment here. Always total income under income tax, as per income tax rules, you have to round off it to the nearest tens. So it will be ultimately, you have to take it as 20 lakhs 7,399 and nearest tens is 400. So you have to do like this. This is rounding off. Did you understand? Always income tax department, nearest tens digit you have to count. If it is, let us take for example 391 came, you will end the total income as 20 lakh 7,390. If it is more than 395 means next number you will check, next tens. If it is less than 395 means 390. So this is what it is. This is total income. Like this you have to mention. Did you understand? Did you understand?
Yeah, sir.
Please note, I am giving 3 minutes time. kindly note down this problem and solution.
Okay.
This is from the starting. Slowly coming down, scrolling down. You please note down. See, at your degree level, you have done no in business income from business or profession. Same procedure you are going to adopt. Certain expenditure is not admissible. You are going to add back that expenditure, and now total income came no. Up to total income you note down. One other item also is there that we have to take into consideration. So this is total income came, but one item is there, it is still pending. What is that item? You see that item is this one. Donation was made to Gandhi Memorial Trust. I mentioned in my previous classes various kinds of deductions that are allowed. See, Gandhi Memorial Trust, whatever amount that is given to Gandhi Memorial Trust as donation, it is allowed as 100% deduction. So from this amount, you have to allow that deduction. Deductions, I mentioned under section 80. Under section 80, certain amounts will be allowed as deductions. So under section 80, this donation, you have to allow donation. Copy, and I am pasting here. Donation under section 80G, a total amount of 10,000 was given. See, in the problem it is mentioned, you see. 10,000 donations, 10,000 is mentioned here. Donations, 10,000 is mentioned. Okay, again, in the adjustments also it is mentioned. In the adjustments, you can see this third item is mentioned. Donation was made to Gandhi Memorial Trust. So that 10,000 is allowed as deduction under section 80G. So 10,000 I am deducting. So if you deduct that amount will be, is it 19 lakhs, 97,400? You please check, is it correct? Is it correct? You please check. So now this will be our Gandhi Memorial Trust. See, you mentioned in this problem itself, treat as 100%. Treat as 100%, not this 9. In a bracket you take, treat as 100%. Treat as 100% allowed. So in this problem specifically, I am mentioning this. Actually, Gandhi Memorial Trust donations, if you give, means it is as per income tax rules only 50% is allowed, but I am, when it is clearly mentioned in a bracket that you give 100%. For your understanding, I have made this adjustment. In a problem, generally they will give whether it is 100% or 50%. If they do not give means, you should remember it. You should remember one list is there in which 100% deduction is allowed or 50% deduction is allowed. It is clearly mentioned. You have to remember it. So if this bracketed item is not given, we have to take only 5,000 rupees. But it is clearly mentioned in the bracket. So what I will do is, I will. Did you understand, Srinivas and Sindhu? Treat as
Yes, sir.
allowed. It is mentioned. So that is why you will give 100% deduction. If it is not mentioned, you have to remember that list. For which donations 100% is allowed, for which donations 50% is allowed. You have to remember that list. Remember, if it is not given, if bracketed item is not given, only 50% of that you have to take. Donations to Gandhi Memorial Trust, only 50% is allowed. But in this problem, it is mentioned take 100% as allowable donations. So that is why I mentioned it as 100%. Otherwise, donation 100% donations you can, if it is not given. Let us take for example, treat as 100% allowed is not given. Only if it is there means out of 10,000, 50% only you will take. But we have completed this solution. No? So what I will do is, here I will change it as donation to 100% donations. Certain donations are there which are 100% allowed. What are the donations? Donations to PMRF. What is PMRF? Sindhu and Srinivas, do you know what is PMRF? At your degree, you must have studied it. What is it? Do you know it? Do you have any idea? Do you have any idea of PMRF?
No, sir.
Okay. PMRF means Prime Minister Relief Fund. Prime Minister Relief Fund.
Okay.
Means in case of tsunamis, in case of earthquakes, in case of any natural disasters, or in case of any problems in the country, certain fund is created under the leadership of Prime Minister. So whatever donations that are given to PMRF, they are 100% allowed as deductions. So I have changed it to donations to PMRF, and therefore total amount will be allowed as deduction. So donations under section 80G 10,000, and you remember another is also at country level it is PMRF, at state level it is CMRF, means Chief Minister Relief Fund. So whatever amount that is given to PMRF or CMRF, 100% you are going to be given, you are going to be allowed deductions under section 80G. So this is whatever amount that we got, that is taxable income. Like this you are going to find out. Did you understand, Sindhu? Did you understand?
Okay, sir.
Srinivas, did you understand?
Oh, understood.
Sindhu, did you understand?
Yes, sir.
So like this you have to calculate income from business, income from house property, income from other sources. Okay. Have you noted down this solution?
Yeah.
Srinivas, did you note down?
Okay, sir. Raskunnam.
Okay. Shall I end? Shall I end? Shall I end the class?
Yeah, sir.
Please,
Thank you, sir.
please, dear students, convey to your friends, if they are not joining live class, at least ask them to view YouTube video. I am uploading immediately after the class is over in YouTube, and that link I am sharing in your group also. See, if your friends are finding it difficult to attend a live class because of any technical problem or any other personal problem, ask them to view the class in YouTube at least. Okay. So
Okay, sir.
thank you very much, dear friends. In our
Thank
next
you, sir.
class, we will meet again with some more problems.
Yeah, sir.